In 1985, Konami released Gradius in arcades and quickly ported it to many systems. Gradius was also known as Nemesis in Europe, and it is a legendary f***ing game. I was not a terribly huge fan of scrolling shooters, but this game was simply amazing. It defined the genre of scrolling shooter, at least in my opinion. Alright, in Gradius, you control Vic Viper, and that's that little spaceship right there. Starts off fairly weak, and you collect power-up capsules, those little silver spiky things with the red orb in the center, and they progress a power-up bar along the bottom, and when you feel like you'd like to spend your power-up points, you press the B button, and it will bestow upon you the whatever particular power-up you picked. And the A button is obviously shoot in this game. Use the D-pad to control your Vic Viper craft, and the entire goal is to destroy everything that moves without yourself getting destroyed. And everything in this game will kill you in one shot or one touch, unless you have a force field, which is the furthest right power-up you can get, marked by a question mark. If you've never played Gradius before, this may look like your run-of-the-mill scrolling space shooter, but this game actually defined what it means to be a good scrolling space shooter. A lot of games imitated this style, this type of power-up system, everything, you name it. This game was emulated in many other titles, some good, some not so good. But this was the first, and it did it extremely well. When you step back and look at Gradius 23 years later like we're doing now, you'll notice that it holds up extremely well. I mean, the graphics look great even to this day. The character design for your enemies and your own Vic Viper spaceship are well done, well defined. Everything looks nice and sweet. The sound design is amazing. The music is very fitting, not too repetitious, and generally enjoyable. Another thing that I'd like to note is that in a lot of these early Nintendo shooters, especially these space shooters, they tend to throw everything, including the kitchen sink, at you as an enemy. They tended to suffer from a lot of flicker and slowdown because they just had too much going on at the same time on the screen, and the Nintendo NES couldn't handle it. This game, I don't know how they did it, but they managed to design it where there's a lot of things going on, little to no flicker, little to no slowdown. And to design a game like this, with this much complexity and this much action going on at the screen at one time, without suffering any of the graphical or processing glitches, is simply amazing. It's just, in my opinion, pure programming genius. Now, as for the gameplay, Gradius is broken up into 7 stages. Actually 8 stages if you're playing this game on the TurboGrafx 16 or the PC engine. And that's another thing I'd like to note, is that Gradius was available on a huge number of platforms. Anything from the Commodore 64 to the MSX computer system, to Windows, to TurboGrafx PC engine. It's available on the Wii Virtual Console. You can get this game even on a mobile phone, and you can play a small segment of this game inside the halftime sequence of Blades of Steel as an in-game advertisement. I mean, this game was simply everywhere. And it was in the arcade too, can't forget that. In fact, the arcade's what started it all. So anyhow, 7 or 8 stages depending which version you're playing. Each stage starts off with an open space level that progresses into a terrain area where you have to navigate through the terrain and kill enemies also. And it ends in an end boss. And killing the end boss progresses you to the next stage. Right now, I paused the game and I put in the Konami code, which is up, up, down, down, left, right, BA, start. And if you put that in when you pause the game, you get more or less a full powered up Vic Viper. You don't have doubles or lasers, but everything else is there. And this game is a tremendously difficult game if you're not that well versed in scrolling shooters. And I'm not that well versed anymore. I used to be pretty good, but time has taken its toll on my eye-thumb coordination, and so I had to cheat a little bit. But we're not here to talk about my skills or lack thereof with the scrolling shooters. We're here to talk about Gradius. And like I said earlier, this game really has held up well. I mean, it's a couple decades later, and it looks fantastic. And it plays fantastically. Now, if you've never played Gradius before, and you're a fan of video games in general, you really owe it to yourself to pick up a copy, or at least play a copy of it at some point in time. But you basically have your choice of systems when it comes to this game. It was ported to just about everything. The majority of people are probably most familiar with this game on the Nintendo NES and Famicom versions of the game, but you can pick it up for the Commodore 64, Windows, MSX, PC Engine, TurboGrafx 16, Sharp X1, Sharp X, 68000, the PlayStation 2, the Sinclair ZX Spectrum, and your mobile phone. If you have an iPhone or something that has some decent services where you can download some games, this game could be potentially on there. And you can also pick it up for the Wii Virtual Console. About the only thing you couldn't pick this game up on was the Atari 2600, which is a real shame because I would have loved to see Atari's version of this. Now, although this game sold extremely well just about everywhere, and there's many copies of it floating around still today, it still commands a high asking price, and that's because it's simply a game that everybody wants. I've seen it from anywhere from $10 to $25 in today's current market, but it's well worth the price because Gradius certainly doesn't disappoint. I'm Dommy from Classic Games Revisited. Until next time.